Good morning, my viewers. I would like to share one of these topics in chemistry with you. I wanted you to pay attention up to the end of the lesson and at least uh, uh, give a like or subscribe in my channel. This is one of the basic topics in chemistry, and the moment you have known it, you will know a lot of things under mole concept. Uh, our subtopic is molecular mass, or what we call the formula mass. First, I will define it, and it is simply defined as the mass of one mole of a compound. How do we obtain it? This is one of the questions always. It is obtained by adding the relative atomic masses of the atoms present in a compound. Find that in a compound is made of different atoms, and whenever you add those atoms, these one will always give you what we call the formula mass or the molecular mass. Molecular mass is measured in grams, and that's where it differs with what we call the relative atomic mass, which is not measured in grams. So examples includes calculate the molecular mass of the compounds of the following compounds. A is water. Water, you must make sure that the formula should be correct, because in the formula will give you the exact number of atoms present in that compound. So, and then the relative atomic masses always should be given. The relative atomic mass of hydrogen is 1, the relative atomic mass of oxygen is 16, and then when you are asked to find the molecular mass, you will say it is uh, 1 times 2, because there are 2 atoms of hydrogen, plus 16, which is the relative atomic mass of oxygen. So you will say 1 times 2 will simply give you 2, and then plus 16. That will simply give you 18 grams. 18 grams simply differentiated from what we call the relative atomic mass, which is not measured in grams. The next is going to be sodium sulfate. The correct formula of sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. Sodium has the relative atomic mass 23, sulfur 32, oxygen 16. So the correct formula of sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. So you simply say 23 times 23, which is the relative atomic mass of sodium, times 2, because there are 2 atoms, plus 32 plus 16 times 4. So plus 32, which is the relative atomic mass of sulfur, plus 16 times 4. You simply have 46 as a result of multiplying 23 times 2 plus 32 plus 64. When you add 46 plus 32, that will give you 78, and then plus 64, that will simply give you 144 grams. 144 grams. So the next example is going to be the formula mass of what we call the marble chips. The marble chip is the one we commonly known as calcium carbonate. The correct formula of calcium carbonate is this. It is CaCO3. So calcium has the relative atomic mass of 40, carbon 12, oxygen 16. Solution. The correct formula of calcium carbonate is this. We shall have 40, which is the relative atomic mass of calcium, plus 12, which is the relative atomic mass of carbon. Then oxygen is 16 times 3. That will result into 48. Then plus 12 plus 40. When you add all these very well, you will find that the molecular formula of calcium carbonate, which is commonly known as the marble chip, is going to be 100 grams. The next is copper 2 sulfate crystals. The one we call copper 2 sulfate crystals is also known as hydrated copper 2 sulfate. The correct formula is this, because it has crystals, or it has water of crystallization. That's why you find this value here. So this is simply because of the presence of water of crystallization. So you will have copper as the relative atomic mass of 64, sulfur is 32, oxygen is 16, hydrogen is 1. In most of your exams questions, you find that all these values are given. Solution. This is the correct formula of hydrated copper 2 sulfate. You will have copper, relative atomic mass 64, plus 32, which is the relative atomic mass of sulfur, oxygen 16 times 4. Then plus, you will have 5 outside, 1 times 2, because there are 2 atoms of hydrogen. then plus 16, which is the relative atomic mass of oxygen. 64 plus 32 plus 64 plus 5, you will simply multiply times 18, and that will give you 90. When you add this, 64 and 64, when you add them, you get 128 plus 32 plus 90. This one will give you 160 plus 90, and simply is going to result into 100 and 250 grams, which is the molecular formula of hydrated copper 2 sulfate. Thank you for watching my video, and I wish we meet next time for another video. Thank you so much.